All right, you're welcome once again. We began a topic on electric field, and so far we've done defining what an electric field is. We've done Coulomb's law. Then we're continuing from electric field intensity. Do well to watch the previous video if you've not done that. Now, when we are discussing electric field intensity, what do we mean? Either you call it electric field intensity or you can call it electric field strength. Then what does this suggest? The electric field intensity or strength at any point in the field is the force per unit charge at that point. Now look at what these things mean, what these mean. So let me say that I have a charge at a point. The magnitude of force that this charge will experience, it could be either push or pull. So the magnitude of the force that this charge will experience is what is known as what? The electric field strength. The strength of the electric field at any point in space, at any particular environment, is what we call the electric field strength. Now, this electric field strength is denoted with E. Then we have that E should be equals to what? Force over what? Charge. So from this formula, you can equally define that electric field intensity or strength is the force per unit charge. Do you get? So just know the formula and you won't have to cram anything. Force per unit charge. Now, this electric field intensity is a vector field, meaning that it has both magnitude and direction. Then the next thing that we're going to do here is to get the unit of electric field intensity. So if electric field intensity is force over charge, that means the unit should be what? Newton per watt per coulomb. Either I write like this or you can equally write like this. Both of them are what? The same. Alright, so from here, what will be the next thing we want to do now? Let's make force here subject to the formula. If we make force subject to the formula, that means we'll cross multiply, right? So when we are having that force equals what? We are having charge and multiplied by electric field intensity. Now from this, let's recall Coulomb's law. From Coulomb's law, we had that our force was equal to 1 over what? 4 pi E naught times what? We had Q square over R square. So if force is equal to this and force is also equal to this, then let's equate both of them. Let's see what we can have. So meanwhile, let me multiply this. So we can have something that will look somewhat like this. We can have Q squared over, here we have 4 pi E naught R square equals, then force is equals to this, right? So we have our charge multiplied by what? E. Automatically this becomes over 1. Then what else can we do if we like? We can say, okay, since this equals this, that means like terms can cancel out. So what is common here and here? And that is what? Charge. So you discover that this charge can do what? Can cancel 1 here. So what am I having remaining? I'm having that my electric field intensity equals what? Charge all over what? 4 pi E naught R square. So this becomes another what? Another formula you can use to solve for electric field intensity. Now we have a third formula. I will not be deriving the formula now. I'll just write the formula for you. But when we get to electric potential, which will be the next thing we do now, I'm going to show you how we derive the formula. So that formula is that what? The electric field intensity equals what? Volt per unit distance. So from here, the unit for electric field intensity becomes what? We'll have our unit to be what? Volt per meter. So either I use the first formula, which is this, that our E is equals to force over charge, or I use this, which is the second one, or I use this. I don't think there's any other thing they will ask you on the electric field intensity that these three formula can handle. So maybe let's take 1 or 2 questions, then we'll go to electric field potential. Stay put as we do that. Let's quickly do this one here. The question goes like this: a charge of 4 microcoulomb is placed 3 meters away from a point P. Calculate the magnitude of the electric field intensity due to the charge at the point P. Then we are given our constant K here. We have our option. Now you discover that since we are having this and we're having charge, we're having distance, then the formula to use should be the what? I think that should be the second formula, where we had that our E equals what? Charge all over what? 4 pi E O R square, right? Now remember that we can split this to have something that will look like this: 1 over 4 pi E O multiplied by what? Q over R square. Please confirm. Hope you know that they are the same. When this multiplies this, I'll have this. So when this multiplies this, I'll have this. So I'm just splitting it so that we'll avoid confusing ourselves, because 1 over 4 pi E is giving us this. Are we together? So please, if it's not clear, maybe you can watch the previous video where we did Coulomb's law, because we have another way of doing this if you like. So let's get started. Let's put in our parameters here. So if we put in our parameters, remember that this is all equal to this. So we are just having what? 9 times 10 raised power 9 multiplied by what? Our charge, which is 4. Remember to convert to coulombs. How do I convert? 4 times 10 raised power minus 6. Alright. Then our distance is what? 3 meters. So we're going to say 3 raised to power 2. And that should be 9. So let's use our calculator and confirm the numerator. And we'll do that. We're having that our E will be equal to what? 36,000 all divided by what? 9. 3 raised to power 2. So when we say divided by 9, that is giving us 4,000. So 4,000. Now their answers are all in what? Standard form. So when we convert this to standard form, we'll move our decimal from here 1, 2, 3, and that's giving us what? 4.0 times 10 raised to power 3 volts per meter. And with this, the answer is what? Is D. So I'm going to take one more with you, then maybe I'll give you one more to solve for me before we go to the next thing we have. So the second question goes like this. A charge of 2.0 times 10 raised to power minus 5 coulomb experiences a force of 80 Newton in a uniform electric field. Okay, calculate the magnitude of the electric field intensity. So we have our options. Let's quickly do this. Since we are having charge and force, that means it's the force formula we're using, which is what? Our E equals what? Force over charge. So I believe this one is simple. Just have 80 Newton force divided by our charge, which is 2 times 10 raised to power minus 5. When we divide this, what are we having? So let's do that with our calculator. So we are having 4 million. So when we convert this to standard form, automatically we should be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be what? 4.0 times 10 raised to power 6 Newton per coulomb. And that is what? B. So I'll give you one that you do for me before we quickly get to electric potential. Drop the answer in the comment section below. So this is the one you'll be doing for me. This is not hard, so please don't run. So in this question, they said a charge of 1.6 times 10 raised to power minus 10 coulomb is placed in a uniform electric field of intensity. This calculate the magnitude of the electric force exerted on the charge. So here what you are looking for is what? You are looking for electric force and not electric field intensity. So go through it, bring out your parameter, know the formula to use, solve, drop your answer in the comment section. I'll surely come to confirm. So the next thing that we'll be quickly jumping into is what? Electric potential. So let's get started. Electric potential. Now, when you hear the word electric potential, just know that we are trying to discuss what? Electric work done. Is a work done. So let's go through what we have here. Electric potential at any point in an electric field is the work done. Very important. Is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to that point against the electrical forces of the field. Now let's say that I have a test charge here. Then there is another positive test charge that is somewhere far away. But I want to bring that charge closer to this one. So let's say that charge is somewhere here. So since I'm having positive and positive, hope you know that there will be no repulsion. Actually, the force that will be here will be a repulsive force. But saying that the distance of separation between them is what? Is too far. It will be as though there is no what? Repulsion. Are we together? The attraction between them seems to be what? Zero. Now, that work that I will do in order to transfer this positive charge from this point close to somewhere, let's say around here, is what we call what? Electrical potential or electric potential. And you discover that as I'm bringing this closer, what will happen? A repulsion will begin. This one will start opposing it. So that means I need a greater force to do what? To try to bring it closer. Just like trying to bring the poles of a magnet. Maybe you have north and you are trying to bring both of them together. You discover that as you are coming close, the repulsion will be happening. You'll be adding more pressure in order to bring them closer. So this is just what we're trying to discuss here. That our electric potential is denoted as what? As V. So let me take this out. So we have that electric potential V equals to what? Work done all over what? Over charge. So this is the first formula you shouldn't forget. Now from this formula, we can equally get two other beautiful formula. How do we do that? From here, what do we do? We can say, okay, if work done, let's say, okay, that work done is a product of two things, which is what? Force and distance, right? So if I put this here, I've gotten the second formula. We can equally say that our electric potential is what? Force times distance all over what? Over charge. So this is the second formula. Then what else can we do? Now we can say, okay, recall Coulomb's law. From Coulomb's law, we had that force of attraction or repulsion equals what? 1 over what? 4 pi E naught times charge square over what? Distance square. Are we together? So since we are having D as distance here, let's equally change this to be having what? D as distance here. Now, if this is my force, then I want to put this, let me substitute this into here that I have force. So when we do that, what do we have? We have that our V here will equal what? Our force, right? Now force is what? Okay, let me multiply this. Let's say we're having Q square over what? Here will be what? 4 pi E naught D square, right? This is my force. Then multiplied by, I'm having a distance here. Distance over what? Over charge. I believe this is clear. Now from here, what else can I do? We can cancel out, right? So I'm having charge here, I'm having charge here, I'm having distance here, I'm having distance. So I can say, okay, this one can cancel 1 here, this one can cancel 1 here. So what will I be having left? I can have that my electric potential equals what? Charge over what? 4 pi E naught times what? Distance. So this becomes formula what? Formula 3. Remember, this is 1 and this is what? This is 2. Now from this first formula here, what should be the unit of my electrical potential? Is what? Remember that work done is joules. Y charge is Coulomb. So we're having joules per what? Per Coulomb. Either I write like this or I write like this. Both of them are what? The same thing. So these are our units for what? Electric potential. Now, is this the only formula we can have? No. There's one other formula that we can get. There is another formula that connects electric potential and electric field intensity. That will be the fourth one. So let's get that too before we get to one or two other calculations and see how beautiful it can be. So where do we do that? Okay, let me wipe this. All right, so for the fourth formula, how do we go about it? Look at where we stopped, right? Now let's say, okay, from this equation that gave us this one here, I want to rewrite this one now. So let me repeat this. We had that our V here equals what? Q square over 4 pi E naught D square multiplied by D over what? Charge. Now, we're going to say, okay, record our what? Electric field strength equals what? Q over what? 4 pi E O D square. In the previous one, you use R to represent, but it's the same thing. So if this is our electric strength or electric field intensity, that means we're having something similar here, right? We can have something similar. So what do I do in order to convert this to give me something like this? I will just need to cancel one of the charge, right? So that means I will just do this, cancel one of these, right? Then what will be remaining here now? This part remaining is equal to what? My electric field intensity, such that I can say that my V here equals what? This is now E. I'll have E multiplied by what? By D. Now from here, this becomes my what? My fourth formula. And this formula was what gave rise to the other formula I told you under electric field intensity that will not derive now. That states that what? If I make electric field intensity subject to the formula here, I will divide by this, right? So I have that E is what? Volt over what? Distance. Have you seen the formula here? So it's just as simple as this. So from here, we're having how many formulas now? We're having 4. Remember that the fourth one for electric potential is what? E, D as what? Number 4. So either you use this or this or this or this, depending on the parameters you are given in the calculation. So I believe what we'll do now is we'll take 1 or 2 questions equally, then we'll jump into capacitors and capacitance. Let's see if we can finish that up. The question says, calculate the electric potential at a point 30 centimeters from a charge of 1.5 times 10 raised to power minus 5 coulomb. Then we are given our constant. Now from this, what formula goes? From your parameters, you will now know the formula to use. So the perfect formula would be what? That V equals what? We have our charge all over 4 pi E O times what? D. Alright, now to make it beautiful, remember we can still split this to have 1 over 4 pi E O times charge over what? Over distance. Hope you know that they are the same. This time this will give me this time this will give me this. So I'm doing it so that we won't confuse ourselves. So let's put in our values. So we have that V here equals, remember this is what? 9 times 10 raised to power 9 multiplied by our charge is what? Look at our charge here. 1.5 times 10 raised to power minus 5 all over our distance, okay? 30 centimeters. Now always remember to convert to what? To meter. Move decimal 1, 2. That is divided by 100. We'll be having what? 0.3. So calculator can finish up the job. Save time. So when we multiply, we divide. We have 135,000 divided by 0.3. So when we divide by 0.3, we are having what? Our electric potential to be what? 450,000. 450,000, alright, joules per what? Per coulomb, yes, joules per coulomb. So in the next video that we're going to be handling now, we're going to be handling capacitors, capacitance, arrangement of capacitors, both series, parallel, and the rest. Please make sure to watch this video. I will cut this one here so that it won't be too long before you run away. Okay.